Okay, here we are with part 3 of episode 1. Now, if you watched my last video, you saw a whole bunch of shit with Al Capone. And the reason why this game exists. We need to find his granddaughter. Hopefully this episode does not end short, or this part of the episode does not end short, because for some reason my capture software was glitching out. And I don't know how bad the entire episode 2 was. If it was bad, I apologize. Hopefully this one isn't. If I notice it's doing it a lot on this one, I will stop it short and try to record on a different day. Maybe it's just stressing out. I don't know. So, appreciate you for sticking around and watching either way. Let's hope it doesn't do that this time.
Like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
It's true.
Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd.
Take a look at this gnome. Your name David?
Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well.
Does that tell me to ring the bell separately? I'll ring the bell. No, it don't work.
Bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors.
Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
Is that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
I was not expecting this type of gameplay mechanics in this game. Interesting. Okay. Nope, exit. Come on.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
New clue, baby. Wonder how in-depth this is gonna be.
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccarini encounter his murderer?
Now, I'm a little curious. Milton went through the back, and he came around this way. How did he not see the broken... Well, I guess maybe he wouldn't have if he's not looking, but still. I don't know, man.
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
1 of 4. 1 of 4. Alright. Is that 1 of 4 in this screen or total?
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? Blood. Blood everywhere.
Seems a little odd that it's still fastened. And
What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it?
okay.
Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Okay. Maybe I should be a detective.
This was opened recently.
You would know. All these clues that just keep coming in.
Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
I don't know, man. I still think like Milton should have known that.
There's something under there.
Don't touch it. It's evidence.
How did it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
There's a lot of clues.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
It's true.
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
Huh.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
Wait a minute. This is 3 of 5. But I can only go this far. Oh, nope. It's allowing me to move now. So you gotta move, look around with the right stick, but movement between left and right is with the other stick. But it wasn't allowing me to do that.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one. Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccarini had company for dinner.
It's to be the case.
One knife's missing, the biggest one. Shut from the inside.
Alright. Let me get all the clues first. Alright, so it's 1 of 4. I've got to be able to move around. See, it's not letting me go. I can't go anywhere else. Oh, now it is. There we go. How come I can't look? How come I can't look at it? There we go.
Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood ran like water.
Okay.
A perfectly circular dent, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
The hell was that one? Let's take a look at this body.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Jeez.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Didn't necessarily have to be a man's strength that did it. Alright, so... where else can we go? There we go.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass. It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
Yeah, so that's what that circular thing is. He must have got slammed on the table.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
Okay. Let's look at the blood first.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Well, it's not semen. I can guarantee that.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Jesus. Look at this shit. We gonna be doing this for all the fingers? Maybe it's holding something, that's why.
Are these teeth from the body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Now that's gangsta.
What is that?
There's a lot of clues.
A ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in?
Is this it? These everything? Nope, can't go that way.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini.
Okay.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
They stuffed in the trunk.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Or as I've heard some people say, the glove department.
Bingo. A man's cigarette case.
Couldn't have been Boccherini's. He's a woman.
OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
Okay. Did we get everything? Huh. I'm going to assume that I got all the clues. I don't see any more. Unless I can go upstairs and I just didn't do that. Alright, does not look like I can go upstairs. Can I go behind him? Cannot go behind him. So I think maybe I have everything I need for this board. Let's go with the car and the witness.
The initials OB on a cigarette case.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know how to do this. Sure, I guess.
A car with Vermont plates. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
Okay. Evidence someone else was in the house. Well, clearly.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
I did not listen to what he just said.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room.
So I may have fucked up by not listening.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's
I hope this
bag.
is right.
It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise.
Okay.
The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house? A door in the corridor jammed shut. It opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen. A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
But which door? Okay, let's go with the assault.
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood.
Nope, that's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. I don't want to use this clue. I was just told it's wrong. Do I not have all the facts? Or the clues, I should say?
2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
So that's not considered... Okay. Alright, let's do this then.
A sick altar of human flesh.
Wait a minute, that's not mutilation? Alright,
The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off.
I guess that's mutilation. Certainly.
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes.
Gangsta.
The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest 2 possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
Well, we got this.
Altar of human flesh.
And this.
Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
Okay, so...
An open bottle of whiskey. A pistol, fully loaded. The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
Oh,
Pieces of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house. I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Okay, here we go.
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
I don't know if that would be...
The trail of blood from the
Okay,
dining room.
it is this one.
The blood-stained wristwatch, with the glass broken. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Did I do it?
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
I was just thinking the same thing.
In light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
Huh.
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
What's that tattoo, sir?
Right. Follow me.
Yeah, break it down for him.
Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was...
Got to turn those off?
Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
Now, something... I'll talk about it in a second.
Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Okay, so what I was gonna say was... I was already suspicious of this dude. And then when he rang the bell, I got more suspicious. Then, I got even more suspicious when the silhouette, the white silhouette, looked like him. Let's go with this.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
Huh. That's not helping my suspicion.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
You think Boccarini's murder could be related?
Maybe. It's hard to say. Why'd you go to jail?
For murder, but...
You didn't do it, of course.
Of course I did it, but I didn't intend to.
Woo-wee!
Jesus, there's at least $1 million here.
Boccarini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccarini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much. Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Yeah. Holy shit! Ooh, I hit the wrong button. Fuck me. Well, that sucked. What I was gonna say was...
Add up, isn't it?
I'll say it in a second, as soon as I don't fuck this up. Assuming I don't fuck this up.
Milton! Milton!
You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Lewis. I believe in you.
This is probably the rapist. Yeah, why didn't you grab the knife first? My character, I mean.
Get out of my way, I said! He's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Him! The monster!
The guy who killed Boccarini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he like? Describe him for me.
It was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws. It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him again?
Burke, shut up. You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you.
What I was going to say earlier was that thing he jumped out of looked like the one the little girl was hidden in earlier, and I assumed someone was going to be in there. But I wasn't expecting something to happen so quickly.
Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No, it's going to be tonight.
Oh, I can't choose anything else?
Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time. You need painkillers. I hate the fact that I'm taking an interest in your health, but it's the law.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Shucks.
What?
I thought that bloodbath would cover up the smell of stale grease. I was wrong.
Elliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that... I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late, then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?
What are you drinking?
It's only juice. Juice and nothing else.
Breathe on me. You heard me. I'm sorry. It hasn't been a good day.
What's happened?
No! You knew!
Knew about what?
What's that gun doing there?
A guy I know is having trouble with a two-bit mafioso. He asked me to go with him, just in case. I didn't have to get it out.
Well, don't. Don't start taking on the Mafia. Not now. You really don't know?
No, I don't know. And if you keep up the guessing games, I'll never know.
He's back.
Who?
Him. I don't know why it still surprises me, but it's incredible that you were such a good detective, and yet you've never been able to understand people. Capone got out of jail.
Where'd you hear that?
Chief Jenkins.
Chief Jenkins. The same guy who said he was going to clean up Santa Esperanza, right? In that case, you can rest assured Capone just put on his striped pajamas, and in 4 minutes' time, he'll be snoring in his cell.
Elliot, what if it's true? If he's out, what's the first thing he's going to do? Who does he hate more than anyone?
Let him come. He'll find the fastest waiter in Santa Esperanza. Before he can pull his gun, I'll have him dead drunk.
Please, Elliot, don't joke. You're the only part of Jim's life that I have left. If you put yourself in danger,
Knife.
I'm fine. Thanks.
My hand? One of my customers. He's a boxer and we got to throwing some punches, for old time's sake.
What's going on, Elliot? We're closed.
Can you wait outside for a couple of minutes, Milton?
Sure, of course. Although, I'm sorry to say, but we're short on time.
Elliot,
I don't know what to pick.
I said a couple of minutes, Milton.
it's all right. Goodbye, Elliot. You can use that couple of minutes to teach this gentleman some manners.
No, and it's none of your business.
Sorry to butt in. I've brought your rapist costume for the party. Seriously, you're not...
No, she's the wife of a friend who died in the line of duty, Jim Dockers.
Alphonse told me about him.
Your Alphonse killed him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ness. Although he's not the same man he was. Anyway, isn't the deal with marriage until death do us part?
It's not that simple. There are other factors. Dockers was my best friend. I couldn't do that to him, not even now he's dead.
Right. So you like her, but you don't have the nerve.
Oh yeah? What would you do?
Women have never been one of my priorities.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. You screwed Alphonse good, didn't you?
I don't think he holds it against me this far down the line. He's a new man now, right?
Did you enjoy it?
I'm a cop. Correction, I was a cop. You do the job you're given. End of story.
I hear you. But you didn't finish the next job they gave you. Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the invisible man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
Take it easy. Everything's going to work out fine.
A lot has gone down in this part. Quite a bit. Quite a bit has gone down. And we're getting close to the end. These guys look formidable. I wonder if I'll have to fight them.
So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh? You sure it's here?
Relax. It's just a little further. Just follow me.
Alright, so we are now ending this episode. A little longer, but you know what? A lot of shit happened, as I just said, so I think it was worth it. I didn't notice any jumps or skips in the video as much as I was able to view of it. Obviously, I gotta pay attention to the screen that's in front of me because it's on a delay if you record. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe to me if you want to see more. Leave some comments, let me know what you think on anything. This video, me, the world, views, anything you want. Thank you all for watching again, and have a good day.